This time I've come for Penny Black. Last time we shot it in Milan for the first time. So what we did is in Milan we selected 12 8 girls. So the girls were, a range of stylists or, a yoga teacher or a journalist or let's see, like a producer or like a blogger. So they're all wearing Penny Black, but they all wear it in their own way. So this time we've decided to do it here in Moscow. And we've selected 12 girls, that work in the industry or that, may be somewhat related in the industry, but we just felt that each of them have their own individual sense of style. And we just thought it might be really nice to shoot it in Moscow because the city is so beautiful, and it also is for fall winter, so it's perfect timing because it's a bit cold right now.
And do you already know who will be the heroes?
I don't know all of them, but I know some of them, and luckily some of them are actually my friends. So like Vika Gazinskaya, or like Miroslava Duma, or Lena Permanova, or Paulina Dubik.
A lot of people continue thinking that there are two people.
Yeah, I know. Most people think that there's two people, that there's a Jak&Jil. But I kind of like to say that I'm a Jak and I'm kind of a Jill.
If you have a chance to come back in 5 years back.
To Moscow?
No, in your life.
Oh, okay.
Like in time machine.
Oh, go back 5 years.
What career would you try?
If not this one.
If not photography?
Knowing already how the world will...
Probably styling. I mean, I did want it to be a stylist at one point.
How were you promoting your vlog at the beginning?
I didn't really, actually, because back then in 2008 there was no Twitter. So I was lucky that other bloggers or friends like Susie Bubble or Fashion Toast, they blogged about it and they talked about it, and then people started taking notice about it. So I'm not very much someone that likes to talk about myself and my work and like, look at my blog, look at my blog. It's just very much I like to focus on working and taking nice pictures. So.
But when did you realize that you have some kind of influence in photography or fashion?
When I was hired to shoot for Star.com.
What are you doing between the fashion weeks? Do you have some jobs?
Well, before I used to have time to relax, but now I have to. I'm lucky I get to work now. So I just went home to Toronto after 2 months of working, because I did menswear, then couture, then New York, London, Milan, and Paris. So I went home for a week, and then I had to come here, and then I go to New York, and I go home, and then maybe I have to go to Australia. So it's good that even though it was a hobby initially, I didn't think that this would become a job where people would hire me to shoot, megalogs or editorials or, personal appearances. I don't know. So it's good. It's a good journey.
Do you anyhow care about other street style bloggers?
Yeah, of course. I love what.
Do you look through any of them?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I'm aware now that I have. I actually have friends that shoot like me now. Like one shoots for Star.com Korea, or one shoots for Vogue Korea, and they shoot like, like candids, like detail shots or shoes. And I mean, at first it kind of made me worry, like, there's people that are making me feel like I have to be more competitive. But then it kind of makes me feel like, I did something, and now people are doing it as well. So it's kind of flattering. But then it makes me worry. Well, it makes me challenge more myself. How am I going to make myself different again? It's kind of like how Madonna reinvents herself over and over again. Not to say that I'm Madonna, but I'm just saying you have to always, if you want to keep working in fashion like a designer, you have to always think about challenging yourself again and again and again. And that's how you grow as an artist. So I don't know. Let's see how many times I can change. Because originally I only used to shoot, like action shots or shoes. And then I just started looking closer, and I'm like, there's just so much more here, or like here, instead of shooting all of this. So I don't know where else I can go now. Maybe I'll zoom even really, really close and shoot like.
Do you think about your outfit when you're
shooting?
Yeah, and where you're going for special shows like.
I do in the beginning, and then after you've been shooting for 4 weeks, you get so tired you just.
So it's just comfortable, or you're...
I like to be comfortable now. Actually, what I noticed is that at the very beginning when I started shooting, I would always dress up, and I'm like, no one's taking my picture, so I just don't care anymore. Maybe in the beginning, I wore one time a blouse with like a big bow. in my first season. Face Hunter took my photo. In 2007, I used to wear like Jeremy Scott. Like I wore like a French fry sweater before, or I'd wear glasses with no lenses. But that's when I used to party. That's when London had the new rave time. Yeah. And no, now I don't care so much about how I dress.
Do you have any hated trends?
Any trends that I don't like? If you asked me 2 seasons ago if I like neon, I would say no. But I liked how some people have worn neon, whether it's an accessory or a shoe, there's a certain way of wearing it. I think the one thing I don't like, and it's not really a trend, but maybe it's a style rule, is if you dress to be photographed, you won't be photographed. Because it just makes it seem like you're trying too hard to be photographed. I think you should just be very comfortable in the way you're dressing and just dress for yourself, and then maybe perhaps I'll take your photo. I don't like Crocs. I mean, it's funny, the thing about Uggs is, yes, they look kind of ugly, but I think, if someone like Kate Moss, if she can wear it in her way, maybe it looks good, I don't think, sometimes I used to hate sneakers, and now the idea has totally changed where it's kind of chic when a woman you'd expect to be wearing high heels is comfortable wearing sneakers. Like Phoebe Philo, she comes outside of her shows now wearing sneakers. So maybe that's why I'm wearing sneakers.
Do you remember the first time a designer invited you to the show?
Was when Dolce & Gabbana invited me, Brian Boy Scott, and Garance to sit front row. I was just like, you would never respond to my emails before, and all of a sudden I'm being invited, and now we're sitting in front row, and I'm like, this is very weird.
Changes.
But because of that changed everything. So I do get invited now to shows, which I would normally not be invited to. So
we want you to give some advice to Russian girls if they are at Fashion Week. What do they need to wear? For example, this season.
This season?
Generally,
what do they need to wear? To be shot. By who, me, or by anyone? By me, I like less makeup. I like a little bit of messy hair. Clothes, I like flats. You either yeah, I like Oxfords. I like anything by Prada this season, anything by Miu Miu, because I really like how color has come back, but in a very graphic and bold way. Anything neon, but not too much neon, like maybe a neon Celine bag. Or I always love stacks of bracelets. I love people that wear nail polish but do it in an interesting kind of way. I like a lot of costume jewelry. That's very nice. And I like long chiffon skirts. I like the contrast of military and feminine clothes. Oh, and I also really like when girls wear boys' clothes.
And you said about the hair, but what about makeup?
No makeup, or very little makeup.
And what about bright lipstick, or you don't?
Yeah, actually, bold lips are nice, like red lips or orange lips, but not like in a Lady Gaga way, just in a very chic way. So yeah, actually, my favorite, I think I would say the #1 rule to get photographed by me is wear your boyfriend's clothes or men's clothes, but in a very feminine way.
With high heels.
Yeah, with high heels too, or even like a kitten heel or Oxford. I find that very chic when a girl is comfortable enough to wear boys' clothes. Be like, hi, I'm Tommy Ton. You're watching Vogue Russia or Vogue Russia TV. Wait, say, hi, I'm Tommy Ton. This is, hold on. What do you want me to say? You're watching Vogue Russia. I'm Tommy Ton. Yeah, you blew Vogue Russia. Sasha Pivovara said it.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
She always thought.
Yeah, you blew Sashka.